Hi, this is Kelly. Welcome to my channel. Today I am turning a $3 thrifted dollhouse into a hauntingly beautiful witch's cottage. Here's my little house. Now, I originally wanted to do the inside as well as the outside for this video, but it turned out to be quite time consuming what I did do, so we'll try to do that on another video. In the meantime, what I did was I painted a coat of this light gray on all the trim and windows and all the interior walls because I'm going to dab some textured paint and I wanted something, a coat underneath so all those like yellows and oranges didn't show through. And this is an already textured paint. It's called terracotta. It's a set, and the color I'm using is cavern moss. It's a really pretty grayish green. And I did the upper level with that, just dab it on, and then I mixed some sandstone paint with baking soda to get the same textured result. But that's really all I ended up doing with the inside is texturing and painting the walls, but that's okay. So this is just regular old joint compound, drywall mud, whatever you want to call it, and these nifty little tools I got from Dollar Tree. They have come in so handy. And basically, we're just going to spread this in between all the trim and windows. And by the way, I go back and forth. I painted all the windows gray, just like I did the interior walls and the trim. And I ended up going with sandstone for my base color. So you're going to see it. It's going to look gray. And then I had it gray, and then I repainted it with sandstone. But basically, once we get this drywall mud on here, there's what it looks like. And you want to make absolutely sure it's completely dry. Let it dry overnight. And it's not a bad idea to go ahead and clear coat it before you paint it. That way the paint's not kind of soaking into it, and it can kind of take away some of the edge off of your texture. And you can paint it right away either way, but I find it better to go ahead and seal it with some spray clear coat. And I'm just continuing around on the sides. There's no real rhyme or reason to it. You just spread it around and create some swirls and texture with it. And then the entire roof, I'm just going to paint with black chalk paint. And I'm using a smaller brush because all these grooves in the roof, it was easier to just do each one and go in between it than the big brush. It was just kind of, splattering everywhere. And the windows I taped off and then painted the black around the edge of the windows. Thank you guys for being here with me today. I sure enjoy doing all these witchy items. Now here's how it looks with the roof painted and all the texture, all the drywall mud is dry. And here you see me painting this with the gray. I go back with the sandstone and repaint it. Now this here, I'm taking the sandstone and just very lightly, a little more than a dry brush, because the floor already looks like wood, except for that little bit of a plastic shine to it. So that just took down the shine. And again, that's more for the inside effect later. Hopefully we'll get to the inside, but it's a weird scale. It's just been one of those things. So here I am repainting everything with the sandstone. You see up in the around the door and everything I've already repainted. No big deal, it happens. And then I'm going to dry brush. This is Castle. It's a darker gray, and I'm dry brushing the roof with the Castle gray. It's starting to kind of look like something. And in the end, it's all about decorating the front of it with some witchy items that makes it fun. And I can only record so much. I have such a tiny space to record, and you'll see what I mean. I'll show you everything I've collected and painted and what have you before the reveal. But so this is just Java, which is a very dark, rich brown, and I'm dry brushing pretty much the whole exterior. The trim, I'm not going to try to paint that separately. I'm just going to make sure I pick up the edges of the trim, and then the shutters, I'm doing a lot heavier on the windows and shutters there, so they stand out a little bit. I'm going to do the same to the front. Pick up all the edges, get everything, get everything to pop. Yeah, I didn't like the gray at all. Once I painted the roof black and I was looking at the gray, I was like, I don't like it. Now we're talking. And the little front door, I'm just going to go ahead and paint that with the Java colored chalk paint. And once that's dry, I'm also going to dry brush that with the sandstone, the opposite of the walls. Paint it with the brown. Dry, there you go. Dry brush it with sandstone. It's one of my absolute favorite colors, by the way. Pop the door back on. There you have that. This little piece acts as the second story floor or as a little outdoor piece. You see, it's supposed to look like grass, I guess. And I painted that entire thing Java. And these are these little wooden blocks from Dollar Tree. And I glued 8 of them together. I want them to look kind of like a crate. And I'm just painting those with antiquing wax. This is a little potion bottle from Dollar Tree. Dabbing antique wax on that. Make sure that's absolutely dry. It takes a while for that to dry on glass. And I've cut out these pieces. This is foam board. And I've cut out these pieces to look kind of like a little patio steps kind of thing for the front. And I just took my emery board to smooth all the edges. And we're going to paint both of these with the castle gray. Looks like an old stone kind of color. And then the smaller step, if you will, I'm going to glue that to the top of the larger one. And line that up with the back edge there. And that's just tacky glue, and that's not going anywhere. Now this is another one of these tools from Dollar Tree, the little putty knives. And it has kind of a flat, sharp edge. So what I'm doing is kind of carving out the pattern of separate stones into the foam board. And then I do basically go back over it and pretty much puncture the paper top down into the foam to create an actual groove. Because when I just pressed down, it was popping back up on me. So once that's done, you see how it looks like separate stones and the black foam is showing. So we're going to put a really nice heavy coat of Mod Podge and make sure it gets down in all those crevices to fill them in so that it will. I'm going to put another coat of the Castle Gray. I wasn't sure what I was going to do when I first painted it, or I'd have just waited. But once the Mod Podge is dry, I'm going to put a fresh coat of the Castle Gray. And I don't want that shiny look. I want the stone look. So we put another coat. And then this is just black chalk paint and water. Put some water in some kind of bowl and just dip your brush in the black and stir it up. And what I want to do is, doing a wash here, I want that dark color to go down and stay down in all those grooves I created. So I paint that on, and we're going to dab that off with paper towels. And I started off pretty dark here, so it came out the first time, but sometimes you have to do it 2 or 3 times so you get the look you want. And I'm just removing the excess liquid. And that's done. Just put that aside to dry. I got these little florals off of something, these little brown ones, and I'm going to use them as they are. And these are little white plastic leafy. I got a whole bunch of them from Dollar General or somewhere. And I'm just going to use black chalk paint and a little sponge dabber and go ahead. I had to do 2 coats and just dab the paint on one side, let it dry, dab it on the other. So it was so time consuming, mostly because it's all these little different elements in the drying time and everything else. I got this little pitcher looking thing from a yard sale or somewhere, and I'm just going to dab black chalk paint, 2 coats of that on this little pitcher. I thought it looked kind of like a cauldron. If it didn't have that spout, it would, but... And then you see on just a portion of that board I painted brown, I added some of that castle gray to the edge. It's going to be against the front of the house, so it looks that same stone color as my steps. And then I go back and, I did the whole floor with the sandstone before, but this little bit that's on the front, on the outside here, I'm going to put a nice coat of the castle gray so it all matches all that stone look. And I've added some Spanish moss around my steps, patio, whatever you want to call it. And I put the little brown florals in a little bitty terracotta pot. Dollar Tree has those, Michael's has those. And a little black Spanish moss. And here's my little painted leaves, and I put those in the little potion bottles that I painted with the antiquing wax and a little moss. Put some moss in my little kettle, whatever you want to call it. Little witch's broom I made. I tried recording that, but it was so small you couldn't see what I was doing. And then here's a couple more little potion bottles that I just dabbed some paint on. Little miniature pots. My blocks made to look like a crate. It's all kinds of fun stuff. My little skeleton dog statue. That was something I got at Michael's after Halloween on clearance. I thought it was cute. And that's just a little fairy garden chair. This is just stuff I had laying around. So here I'm just adding some moss to the roof here and there. And I didn't glue any of this because I just draped it over the top. And then this here, I'm just kind of rolling up the end of it and stuffing it. There's a nice gap underneath the roof. And I'm just going to wedge it in there. And this is done. And I put these little bitty lights I got from Amazon in a couple places. It's my little dog. And that little picture looks kind of like a cauldron with the light in there with the green moss. That little stove is actually salt and pepper shakers. It's just something I had. Thank you guys again for being here with me today. I sure hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and share and all the things. Bye.